Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? Soy Erika. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Erica and I am a professional Spanish teacher who teaches Spanish for free here on YouTube. So today vamos a hablar del género de personas y animales. So today we'll talk about the gender of people in terms of their jobs, of nouns, and then as well as the gender of animals. So how to say like a female cow or like bull, for example. So I'm going to teach you that. This is great if you just want to increase your vocabulary in Spanish, obviously to sound a lot more fluent. Pero bueno, if you like this video, please consider subscribing. And bueno, vamos a empezar. Entonces, una introducción. We're going to go through a very brief repaso de género en español. So of gender in Spanish, okay? So, en español hay dos géneros de sustantivos. So in Spanish, all nouns are either masculine or feminine, okay? So, for example, we have la manzana, que es femenina. It ends with an A for the most part, so it's feminine. And if a word ends with O, es masculino. So el abrigo is considered a masculine noun, okay? It's just linguistically feminine or masculine, okay? If you want a full video on this, on how gender of nouns works in Spanish, I'll leave the link to my previous video down below. Okay, so we know this. Bueno, okay, let's go into el pero, okay? So, nombres en español. So, in this video, we're talking about the names of people or animals or like descriptions, so like their occupation, okay? So, normalmente, nombres de personas y animales tienen una forma masculina y femenina, okay? So, in Spanish, the names of people or animals will have a masculine and feminine form, okay? O sea, la raíz de la palabra es lo mismo. So, the root of the word is going to stay the same, pero solo cambia la terminación. So, the ending is just going to change. The root of the word will stay the same, but we're going to add an O or an A to make it masculine or feminine. So, tenemos la palabra la chica, okay? So, it's a girl. If we want to say a boy, solo cambiamos la terminación y es el chico, okay? So we have la chica, el chico. The root of the word is the same, but we are adding an A or an O to make it the masculine or feminine version of the word, okay? Let's look into this a little bit more. Okay, so let's go into this con personas. So, personas, la raíz de la palabra queda la misma. So the root of the word is going to stay the same, pero se cambia la terminación. But we just changed the ending to make it into like the female version, basically. So, for example, tenemos el profesor, so the professor, o la profesora, which is a girl, or the girl professor. El actor, o la actriz, okay? El rey o la reina. So we see it's kind of the same, rey, reina. Okay, so you can see these words kind of change to the female. Like we add A and it becomes feminine. El doctor o la doctora. El señor o la señora. Right? So we're adding an E for the most part, changing the endings, and that's what makes it feminine. Okay? Pero. Okay, algunas palabras no se cambian. So, o sea, solo se cambia el artículo. So some of these words right here, you can't really change the ending, especially if it's an ista word. The only thing that changes to indicate if it's male or female will be the article. So for example, we could have el or la estudiante. So for student, and I think for other words that end in like ante, you only need to change the article el or la to indicate if it's male or female, okay? So it would be el estudiante or la estudiante. Modelo, a model, it's same thing. El modelo or la modelo. You don't say modela, okay? It's modelo or la modelo. Okay, for ista words like futbolista, motorista, no sé, istas, okay? For other ista words, it's the same thing. Whether it's male or female, it's always ista, okay? And you can only indicate the gender with the article. So el or la. Psiquiatra también, el or la. Artista is another ista word, el or la artista. So for example, Pablo Picasso es un artista. I don't know any female artists on the top of my head, but like, oh, por ejemplo, even if we have the word like cantante, so it would be, por ejemplo, Alvaro Soler es un cantante. También Taylor Swift es una cantante. Okay, so we're just changing the article there. And then I have piloto, so a pilot, that would also be el or la piloto. So Sara es una piloto y Marcos es un piloto también. Okay, so it's the piloto stays the same, we're just changing the article. Let's get into heterónimos, so palabras heterónimas. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that like the word kind of changes in terms of the gender. So the other ones, the word doesn't change, the like root of the word doesn't change. For these one, it does. Okay, so we have, for example, madre o el padre. Okay, so madre is mother, padre is father. Those ones, like the words are completely different for male and female. El marido, so the husband, o la mujer, for wife. La dama, for like lady, and el caballero for gentleman. Those words completely changed based on the gender. También para neutralidad de género, so for neutrality, reemplaza la O or A con E o usa una otra palabra para referir a alguien. Por ejemplo, puedes decir amigo, puede ser amigue, ¿ok? Si quieres hacer algo neutral. All right. Ahora a los animales, ¿ok? So let's go. So animales. So hay dos tipos. Bueno, un momento. Hay dos. Okay, so hay macho y hembra. So this one, I think it depends kind of on where you live, what you would say in like what Spanish-speaking country. But this one here, I'll just keep it as this to teach you, okay? So if it's a male animal, you can say macho. If it's female, you say hembra, okay? And it just goes after the name of the animal. So, so la tortuga, you would say for a boy turtle, you would say la tortuga macho. Female, la tortuga hembra, okay? And then the article is just going to say the same or normal, okay? You can see some of them are don't really match, and those are just exceptions, okay? But the article will always stay the same. La jirafa, hembra o macho. El león, hembra o macho. El tigre, this one I know you can change to la tigresa as well, but we'll just stick it with this for now. So we could do el tigre macho o el tigre hembra. El elefante, la serpiente, hembra o macho. So you just plug in hembra o macho to the end, and that can indicate the gender of the animal. All right. So then these are the ones heterónimos, so nombres diferentes por cada sexo. So these are words like cow and bull or sheep and ram. Okay, so for a female horse, we can have la yegua, and for a male horse, el caballo. If you're just going to say horse in general, it will be el caballo. Okay, el toro o la vaca, the bull or the cow. El carnero o la oveja, so el carnero is the ram and la oveja is a sheep. El puerco, for the male pig, and la puerca for the female pig. So this one, the root is the same, but it's not, you don't really add the hembra on it. So that's why that one is there. Okay. Y bueno, okay, este fue el video. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped you increase your vocabulary in Spanish. And once again, if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.